Got a 1999 Martin DM. The bridge was ever so slightly lifted right there in the center. So what I did was I put a feeler gauge under it, and I could only get a 2/1000. A 3/1000 wouldn't fit. So it's a tiny, tiny gap. And it only went back maybe like 1/8 of an inch in the middle, and it tapered off. So I tilted it on its end, and I put a very fine bead of glue, Titebond 3, with a very needle applicator. I used that 2/1000. I had it up on its end. I used that 2/1000 feeler gauge to work the glue into the gap, and it actually went in a little bit further, probably because it was lubricated. But in any case, it went in maybe 1/8 of an inch, maybe 3/16. But I cleaned it all up, pulled the blue tape off, and then I put and clamped it, and the tiniest perfect bead of glue came out, and I cleaned that up. So this thing was rode a lot. I started scraping the neck right here with a razor blade, but these frets, I'm not fret, but the board has just got a texture to it, and all this guy's hand oil. So I'm just gonna, just because it's, I can feel it. But anyway, man, if this thing had stories to tell. He took great care with it. It's got a little bit of, I don't know, pick, something where he played. I've never even played it. Didn't have strings when I got it. And it has a little bit of arm, whatever you call it here, oil. And no, that's just dust. That's just shadow. There's some more patina right there. I don't know what that is, grime. So let's see. Yeah, just got some grime on it. Let's get it in focus. It's got a beautiful patina. It's 2023 right now. This is a 1999, so it's 24 years old. And this thing has been on the road. And from the looks of this, I mean, you can't get that on a fretboard quick. Tell me, how long does it take to do this? Oh my gosh, that I can feel those. This guy's shredding this thing. So, beautiful Martin DM. And the back looks, I think that's just some dust from my towel. But there's nothing wrong with it. I put a straight edge, this straight edge here, along the fretboard and up to the bridge, and the neck looks in line with the bridge. It lands right there, you know, at the bottom of the saddle. So picked this up in a pawn shop and didn't have any strings, and you could obviously see, everybody could see that little gap in the back of the bridge, frightened everyone off. And then this right here, but the guitar's just got a little bit of road grime. Love it. Can't wait to, I don't want to string it, I want to get that clamped down. And I put a feeler gauge all the way around it, and it's tight. There was one other spot, this corner right here, I could get a feeler gauge around, but I don't want to put too many clamps on this. I'm going to get this corner last. And the reason I didn't pull the bridge is because the lift was so slight. I think I would do more damage pulling that bridge completely off and gluing it back down than what I'm doing here. And the other thing is, if this doesn't work, I'm still having to pull the bridge off. So, you know, I want to do the least amount of damage to this bridge that I have to. You know, I don't want to pull this off and cut all the way around it with a knife and sand it and get it back down. And You know, possibly pull a piece of the board off underneath the soundboard that gets stuck to the bridge. All those kind of things happen. I think this is probably the least intrusive, that's the right word, thing to do. So I'll get back to you. You know, I thought about leaving this, but I don't want to play it with all this. I mean, this is just yeah, I'm gonna pull all that off, and so it looks at least like a clean fretboard. You know, it's not going to be as fun to play, but I made a record of it, and I don't know who owned this, but he played it a lot. He must have really loved this guitar. Not sure why he pawned it. Talk to you guys later. Bye. What I wanted to show was, here's the glue needle applicator. And anyway, this is not designed for glue, because this would plug up and dry up and you'd be done. But it comes with several needles. I think it's for oil. But I take it off, I soak it, and I clean out the tip with a guitar string and water every time. I mean, immediately. But what I've used this for is inside the guitar, gluing some broken braces. I usually put a cell phone in there and then video call it with another phone so I can see what I'm doing, and I get in there with this guy and I can get glue right in the brace without smearing a big old mess. Get it clamped. I usually take the cap off, throw it in a Tupperware with water, and then I'll go back and clean it immediately. And I think it came with four tips total. So just use a guitar string to clean it and you'll be good. I like it.